subject do you want? All right, here's our question for $300,000. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, hi guys. I was just playing a game show game maybe. Okay, it barely even qualifies as a game. It's are you smarter than a 5th grader?
You know, that game show hosted by Jeff Foxworthy, which tested your scholastic knowledge, sort of, which didn't prove that you were smarter than a 5th grader more than remembering mostly useless trivia and exposed holes in our education system?
Oh, and the video game ports aren't great. It's more of a quiz game than anything else, but I want to beat it. I want to win. But how? Oh, I know. I'll just buff up my 5th grade knowledge with one of those Jumpstart games. Here, I think I got one over there. Oh man, this is gonna be such a good idea. Okay, alright. Here we go. Alright. No. That might be interesting. But no. Oh, here it is. Okay, great. Fantastic.
So for anyone who doesn't know about these, the Jumpstart series is made by Knowledge Adventure Inc. Now, they might not be as well known as Humongous Entertainment or The Learning Company, but they did develop a number of well-known educational games such as the Mario Edutainment games, Mario's Missing, Teaches Typing, Time Machine, etc. And they also made the Math Blasters game, which are awesome! Oh, and something they bought Neopets from Viacom. So, they are in no way not a major player in the edutainment industry, or at least they were until they were bought out by NetDragon Websoft in 2017. But I'm interested in the Jumpstart games today, specifically the 5th grade one. They also have other grades as well, ranging from toddler at preschool all the way to 6th grade, I think, which is great.
But what sucks is that there aren't any really advanced curriculums. I want to see Jumpstart Psychology, Jumpstart Quantum Physics, and of course, Jumpstart Calculus. This isn't a joke. I would really love to see that. This crap is too hard to learn conventionally.
Okay, let's just start this up and, okay, it's a computer, but what do I do? Let's try, okay, that didn't work. I guess it's a name entry screen, so let's just put in the old standby and get started. So we start off with the cutscene of the villain, Dr. X, going off about some sort of plan, and after a brief tour of this majorly distorted town, everything starts exploding! Exciting! Our protagonist, Jo Hammett, is running for her life, and it was all a dream. Same thing, really. So Jo wakes up and sees that her detective marathon on TV is interrupted by the TV station being exploded.
Taking responsibility as one Dr. X.
But first, a school field trip to the museum. And instead of being a total sheep and following the poorly drawn and rendered rest of her class, she decides a painting is more interesting. Then a scientist dude drops his sunglasses and he is seen being taken away by pink-haired hooligans. How intimidating? So you know what that means, right? Free sunglasses! Woo! Who cares where they're from? They're mine now!
Well, I'll let you know if your glasses turn up.
Yes, well, I'm sure I left them in the car. No one must know I dropped them in the toilet. Not I, the man who drafted the Paris Peace Accords.
Anyway, a janitor shuffles in, and shuffles in, and for a change of pace, shuffles in. Ah, there we go.
What's going on here? That was my nephew, Martin. Those bullies were carrying him away.
And we get our first interactivity, a dialogue tree.
Hey, without nerds, we'd have no computers. No computers means no computer games. Without computer games, where would we be?
Probably the funny papers.
As you can see, they went with a sort of comedic take on the dialogue.
I can relate to that. Some people even seem to think I'm funny sometimes. Probably won't last though.
At least the voice acting is spot on. Everyone seems to be giving it their all. They even got Kath Soucie to voice Jo Hammett. And if you don't know who she is, well... So after a very frustrating chat with a rat who gives you the first clue you need, you have to solve a crossword puzzle. Hooray! Some of these are pretty easy, like where do most diamonds come from? Well, that's obviously Africa. But where do I find the other answers? Oh yeah, a museum. You gotta go to other sections and read up on paintings, geography, and more paintings.
Do you remember learning about art history in 5th grade? Because I sure don't. I was too busy learning how to be more socially adept by showing off my new cargo pants. Yeah, it worked about as well as you think it does.
This has got to be the worst part of the game. I'm literally going around looking at every painting and reading a big wall of text in order to find out a clue. This is not fun.
But at least we have something that kids back then didn't have. The internet. So let's load up Bing and get some answers.
Well, it turns out that some of these might be outdated, but there is another option. You can plug in random letters and when it's right, it'll show up green. You just gotta endure annoying sounds that give you unrelenting tinnitus.
What's that, tinnitus? I should try the letter E. Good idea!
I finally finished a crossword, and as a reward, I get treated to an awesome jazzy tune! So let's whip out that notepad and get the next clue. Joe gives us a hint that the letters with the arrows next to them is some sort of anagram.
Alright, I'm pretty good at anagrams. Let's do this.
It's gotta be some sort of address. Moki and Anna. Huh, that doesn't sound right. What else could it be? Aha! Oak and Maine.
Or, okay, I guess the game can just do it for us. That's good too.
Alright, so let's open up the map and find Oak and Maine. Alright? Okay. Where is it? Okay, that's that, and this is this. Where the flying fuck is Oak and Maine? Maybe if I look? No? Really? Well, where do I go? Can I go here?
I can't go there. I'm on a case.
Ah! How about...
I haven't flipped over any wrongdoing tonight.
Okay, that's the wrong place. And it kicks me back to the map. And then... Seriously? It was here? Does this look like Main Street? It's a fucking industrial area. Someone is really bad at city planning.
The trick to skating is not to hit anything.
Anyway, now I have a skating segment, which is probably one of the most game-like sections of this game. These are always between whenever you move from one place to another, kinda like the turret sections in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. A little mini-game to give the illusion that you're traveling places. Oh, and Joe gives you some sage advice.
The trick to skating is not to hit anything.
Oh, that explains it. So it wasn't my total lack of coordination, balance, and interest in skating that was holding me back from being the next Tony Hawk. It was hitting things. Duh.
So I, skate, I guess, and don't forget to not hit the things. That's very important. Okay, this is taking forever. Wait, is that a toilet in the middle of the road? Why? Okay, let's speed this up a bit. It's taking too long. Okay, after glitching a bit and reaching the electroplating plant, I have to open a door with the power of math.
I can pick
I just knew this was gonna come up sooner or later. I just had to choose the math game, right? I mean, Super Solver games, that's logic. Learning Company games, they're usually patterns and stuff. And Jumpstart 5th fucking grade is heavily math-based. My favorite!
Okay, so click on a question mark, solve the equation, then do them all. Then turn the triangle so the numbers match the numbers on the outside. Easy, because it's addition. Oh, and then do the exact same thing again, except it's subtraction.
Can't make things too easy now. These are 5th graders we're trying to teach after all.
After we get inside, we meet up with that scientist dude again, who tells us that the glasses are for us after all, and that they could show us the thoughts of the hooligan guys who have octopuses on their heads. Also, something about Dr. X wanting revenge on the companies that used to support his research before he went crazy, but...
Which is great exposition, don't get me wrong. I just sort of want to, you know, play the game.
With the glasses on, we get to read the thoughts of the thugs, which, you know what? I'm gonna let Joe explain it. She's gooder with word thingies than I am, apparently.
The lab assistant said I could read thoughts with these glasses, but the message is scrambled because I'm not wearing an octopus on my head. Thank goodness. I just need to put the right words into their proper places.
Okay, Joe, thank you. You always seem to explain things well for the kiddies. And me. So it's Mad Libs, but instead of writing poop and fart for every spot...
Come on. You know you did it.
Instead, you pick the correct words in these thought bubbles that appear, which tells you exactly what you need in order to disarm the bomb. Neat. The only issue is that sometimes it takes a while for the right word to appear, so not neat. But at least now we know what we need to get. But how do we get them? Well, it's back to the map. There are 3 things to get, and so 3 places to get the things we need. There's the juice bar, the junkyard, and the old mine shaft. We'll start with the junkyard first. But first-er, more skateboarding. So welcome to Jimmy's Junkyard where, wait, is that a caricature version of Billy D. Williams talking like a used car salesman? Awesome! It doesn't even matter what he's trying to get me to do. I'll definitely do it for you, Billy. I mean, Jimmy. Oh, and he'll give me some scrap metal or something, blah, blah, blah.
Could you be a little more cryptic?
Oh, it's a shape-matching game? Okay, that's fairly simple at least. And, oh hey, another jazzy tune when you win. Alright, now that we have some scrap metal, on to the next task. I think I'll try the juice bar next. It's run by David Duchovny. I mean Bernie, a reporter apparently. He says he'll give me some rubber boots if I help him out by serving drinks in a bar. Wait, what kind of bar lets little girls be bartenders? Are there no child labor laws here? Oh well, better make some drinks. Except, freaking math again? This time it's fractions. You gotta mix the right fractions of each ingredients by adding and removing them from the glasses. It's actually kinda cool. And if you mess it up, it's easy to restart. I think this is an excellent tool for teaching fractions. It's quick and easy to see how fractions add and subtract from each other here.
You know, I think this game is starting to get to me. I like fractions. 1/2, 1/4, 1/3, 1/5.
Okay, cue the jazzy music and get the boots. Now off to the mine shaft. It's run by Discount Sarah Palin. I mean, Maggie Mead. She says she'll give you a lock if I find stuff for her down in the mine shaft.
I need a paddle. I need a compass. I need a nugget of gold.
Yes, those. The game itself is like a cross between a museum before and Donkey Kong. All I gotta do is find the item in each level of the mine by reading fossils and picking up the right one. But if I get pummeled by rocks too much, I gotta start over, which is annoying.
Oh, and before you ask, I don't know what happens when you get the wrong item because I'm just that good. Yes! Yes! Yes!
So now that I got all the items, I give them back to What's-Her-Face, who gives me the lock, which means I have everything I need to go back to the electroplating factory to disarm the bomb. So I get there, and there's a factory worker freaking out. So naturally, I ask the most important question you can for someone you just met for the very first time.
Have you ever been electrocuted?
Just that one time when I grounded my car battery with my tongue.
They even have a Jimmy Hoffa joke here for some reason.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
That's exactly what Jimmy Hoffa said.
So when did this game come out again? Like 1996? That's like 21 years after Jimmy Hoffa disappeared. Why is this in a game for 10-year-olds? It's like if nowadays they wanted to make a joke about O.J. Simpson and put that in an edutainment game. It boggles the mind box.
Anyway, I get inside and then in a nice cutscene we get to see Joe utilizing everything we got in order to reach the bomb. Oh, she stops for lunch, I guess. What you eating, Joe? Oh, I guess that's the bomb.
Okay, steady now. Disarming this bomb doesn't look too difficult. I hope.
Yeah, how hard could it possibly be to disarm a bomb? You know what? I think I'm gonna do that right now. Oh, my chimichanga's ready. Wait, wasn't there like a bomb or something?
So, in order to disarm the bomb, I gotta use math again. Specifically, I need to get the number in the red box to equal the blue box by turning batteries on and off. I control this little red bot here, which is cool because I never get to control a robot. Except in Tetrasphere. And Connect's Lost Mine, the adventure begins. And Scrapland. But who's counting anyway? I got a bomb to defuse. Just don't let these little fuckers touch you or...
Just look what could have happened with such sloppy detective work.
Just kidding, they pulled the ending of Clue on us. But luckily, you can disable them by turning off the path they're on. You can't use disabled paths yourselves, and I think you can only turn off one at a time, but meh. The number changes on each attempt, but there's no time limit at least. So with some moderate mathing, I disarmed a bomb. Joe lets out a sigh of relief, and that's it.
Well, that's Jumpstart 5th grade. Kinda short, but...
How could you fail me? I will pound you into pulp. But later. So this little brat thinks she's won, eh? No matter. The game's far from over. They'll all learn to fear Dr. X.
Do what?
Okay, apparently that's the first level. Remember all those other locations on the map? Turns out there's a bomb for each of them. Hooray for replayability, so let's do this again. Back in the museum, oh no, I had already repressed this part. At least Ratty the Rat-Face guy just gives you the crossword straight off. And back to the most tedious part of the game. But at least I still get that groovy tune when it's all said and done. Turns out we gotta go to Vale and Kent this time. I get there and...
Another lock to pick. I'll need to match the numbers again.
Thanks, Joe, but this time it's multiplication and division. You know the drill. Unless you were me the first time playing this game.
You see, I didn't play this game to get a jump start on 5th grade. No. In all actuality, my parents bought this for my older sister, so that she could get a jump start on 5th grade. So I watched her play it for a bit. Then, I decided to play it. Even though I was in 2nd grade. And this is where I got stuck.
Heh, 2nd graders don't know multiplication or division. This section broke me. In fact, here's what I probably looked like trying to figure it out. Then again with the Mad Lib thing and figuring out what we need to disarm the bomb again. And then it's off to wherever you need to go again. But now, the skateboarding segments have an additional obstacle.
There she is, boys. Let's get her.
The Three Stooges here will randomly appear and try to catch you. And if
I'll
they
get
do...
you. Ha, gotcha.
They murder you and dispose of your body in the Hudson River. Or actually, put you in an easily escapable Tower of Babel puzzle. If you played games like The Secret Island of Dr. Quandary or Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, then this puzzle shouldn't be anything new to you. But if you're a 5th grader who is wondering how this works, just move the boxes. But the big ones can't stack on smaller ones.
I'd say that's fairly obvious, but let's face it, kids are dumb. Do you remember being a kid? You were probably dumb too. So was I. So was I.
Anyway, that's the last different game mode that is part of this adventure. So let's see, there's the crossword, the triangular door lock, the Mad Libs, the Tower of Babel, the junk shaped thing, the drink mixing thing, and Donkey Kong. Oh, and bomb defusing. Quite a few different things, honestly. Do them over and over like 5 times, and that's the game. But you might ask, does this game get more challenging with each go-around? Yes, definitely. Just look at the door unlocking bit from the last level. What in the world? Look at all these freaking numbers! Oh, and this game insists on using the proper methods to solve these, so no using a calculator or else the game freaks out at you. Oh, and the division also uses remainders, which is something I don't even remember because like in 6th grade, they teach you not to use those anymore. But really, this is a bit overkill, honestly. But what about the other games? Well, the Tower of Babel gets like 9 boxes, and the Mad Libs start using parts of speech like adjectives, adverbs, and prepositions.
But don't get me wrong, you have no idea what this game is capable of.
You ended that sentence with a preposition.
bastard.
The junkyard gets in impossible shape, I'm pretty sure. I couldn't figure it out and had to restart. The bar has some pretty insane measuring cups and vials like 15/28 and 1/9 and 1/2? What kind of monster makes drinks with those? And the mineshaft is about the same, except the clues are ridiculously cryptic. The bomb defusing seems to be pretty consistent throughout, but that's probably because it's already pretty tough.
But enough already. I paid my dues, I paid my taxes. It's time for me to defeat the notorious Dr. X.
Alright, let's go to the dam. So, now what do I do? Okay, how about pulling the switch? And that ends the game. No final boss fight or anything, just a long drawn out cutscene. Oh, and that's what Dr. X looks like? Even Joe can't contain her laughter. And now he's laughing. And then the dam breaks, the water gets diverted, and everyone except Dr. X gets arrested. There's a whole where are they now thing, which is kind of funny. They even talk about the janitor's broom. That's kind of dumb, but in a kind of funny way.
But the important thing is, do I feel smarter? Well, sort of. As an adult, it doesn't really help me that much, but I can see it really helping kids that are about to enter the 5th grade. Hence the name!
It has a variety of different skills being taught: logic, math, English, history, geography, and that's pretty cool. Most edutainment games I've seen kind of focus on one subject mostly, and it's really helpful to get to try out a bunch of different subjects all in one place. Granted, some of the problems are ramped up in difficulties to ridiculous degrees, but that could really add to the feeling of accomplishment when you finally get it. The stylized characters and humor are also more relatable to kids playing. I mean, unless it's a reference that makes no sense. But the rest of the time, the humor seems to get kids ready for things like sarcasm. And that's not nothing.
All in all, I really like this game. And if you want to experience either due to nostalgia or curiosity, I would definitely suggest it. Oh, and if you really wanted, you could let your kids play it, and they might learn from it. Just a thought. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I wanted to beat that Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader game. Okay, yeah. You know what? I think I am smarter than a 5th grader, because not even a 5th grader would want to play this piece of crap. Thanks, Jumpstart 5th grade!